So this is a regular season game that last year under tragic circumstances we were robbed of. But I am excited to see what will happen this year. The Buffalo Bills are going to Cincinnati. And that's got to be a huge game in the same way that the Dolphins-Chiefs game has a huge implication on seeding in the AFC. So too do the Bills and the Bengals. And both of these are teams that are trying to find their way a little bit. Right, the Bengals had a rough start, and they're trying to sort of build momentum. They beat the Cardinals, they beat the Seahawks, they beat the 49ers. But those are all NFC teams. They need a big AFC win to really get things going this year. Meanwhile, the Bills have been up and down more than any other team in the NFL. Right? Yeah, one of the student who always sits next to me in class, he wears Bills gear every single day.
Does he know this podcast exists?
No, I don't tell my students about it until the semester's over. But
they will know.
All I mean is you can just see on his face, like the Bills have been up and down like nothing else this year.
Dude so walks both in on Monday like you just got hit by a bus.
That could absolutely, it certainly happened this year. I mean, boy, after that Jets game. But my point is just, this is a prime time game. It's a huge deal. It's Sunday Night Football. Both of these teams kind of desperately need that win against a big-time AFC contender. The Bills obviously have one, but you'd like more. There's a lot of action on both sides of the ball this game, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, this is a very big game for both. Like, whoever wins this game will walk away. Like, that's a very big win. But I want to talk about it first on the Buffalo standpoint. Buffalo has looked shaky. They bounced back last week, beat Tampa, still didn't look great. You host a primetime game, win by 6, didn't look fantastic. Last week when Cincinnati, who started the year struggling, went on the road to San Francisco, that's when we're like, okay, they're back. This is a very good team. Buffalo, to me, this week is in that same boat that Cincinnati was just in. If they can go on the road in primetime and beat Cincinnati, who's probably the hottest team in football right now, we'll be back on here as well as the rest of the world saying, okay, they got Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs. This is a good team. They're totally fine. This is a huge game for them. But if you now lose this game and don't look good and you slip back to 500, the panic button really might be on.
Are you a little worried that Josh Allen didn't practice today? He's going to play in the game. That's not concerned, but he's got a little bit of a shoulder bug right now. Is that something that you're looking at saying, okay, not ideal going into this huge matchup?
He always seems to have a little something. That's just the way he plays. He signs up for it, but I think he's totally fine.
It's funny. We put out a poll today, and Ziggy, maybe could you find the live time results of our poll right now?
Yeah, no, I took a look at this. I could not believe the results that we saw. Yeah, so explain the poll, Paul.
So the poll was who's the best or most dangerous in the?
It was the most dangerous, and the results I was just stunned by. So the 5 teams we put up: Chiefs, Ravens, Dolphins, Bengals, Bills. Bengals got 30%. Ravens got 33%. Dolphins 23%. Chiefs 11%. And I think this is absolutely shocking. The Buffalo Bills got 3%. Despite blowing out the Dolphins, right? 48-20. People, like 8 times more people picked the Dolphins than the Bills. So call this team Rodney Dangerfield because it is getting no respect.
Well, I think that kind of encapsulates what you just said,
If the Bills go and win this Sunday,
they'll be number 1 in that poll.
That number skyrockets.
It's crazy also, like the Jaguars might be playing the best football in the NFL at the moment. I didn't put them on that poll. We ran out of space, but the AFC is loaded with really good teams, all headlined by big-time quarterbacks. But yeah, right now in this game, it feels like that spot where Buffalo has an opportunity, but in Cincinnati, the way the Bengals are playing, Joe Burrow, I said that's why I predicted the Bengals to beat the 49ers last week. It feels like in these big moments, he always shows up time and time again. And Josh Allen normally does, but sometimes he doesn't. And with the way Cincinnati's playing, it's hard for me to see them dropping this game. But whoever wins it, yeah, like if the Bengals win, people are going to be saying they're the best team in the NFL. It's one of those kind of matchups.
This is a huge game for them, too, because you're coming off 3 straight wins. Now you're back at home. Let's go beat another team who a lot of people probably still view as one of the better teams in the AFC.
And Buffalo's got it circled, too. Remember, Cincinnati knocked them out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So, Buffalo.
If you can go and now win this game, it's like, okay, we're here, we're back, we're playing the best football. as opposed to a roller coaster here, losing again to a good team. It's a big game for both teams.
It is weird how Buffalo just always feels so up and down, and Cincinnati, once they get it going, feel consistent. And that's why I'm leaning Cincinnati. What about you guys for the game pick?
I lean Cincy too. They're at home. It's prime time. They right now at this moment are a better team than Buffalo, and they know that. It's a game where you got to take care of business. Going to be a great game, but I lean Cincinnati because the home field.
I'm not super worried about the Josh Allen injury. I think he's just sitting out as a precaution to get as close to 100% as he's going to get.
Agreed.
I think the Bills' defense is good. I think that the Bengals have done very well, but really only one of those wins is all that impressive, and that's against the 49ers. I think when this Bills team is on, they are better than just about anyone in the NFL. This is a game where they will not be caught sleeping. I think the Bills are going to win this pretty handily, actually.
I mean, we all know who I want to win.
Yeah, Zach will be with the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's fine. When they're on, I do think the Bills and Dolphins might be the best teams in football. Like they are so explosive and have great defenses too.
I mean, the one game we saw the Bills on.
When Josh Allen is on, like would it stun me if they went in and
Dolphins by 30
beat up Cincinnati? It actually wouldn't, but I expect Cincinnati to win the football game.